Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're looking at the modern meeting room, which
Yeah.
if you're an AV or IT manager, it's compatibility chaos.
It really is.
So we're diving into the Blustream WMF72. It's an advanced wireless multi-format presentation switch.
Mm-hmm.
And our mission today is to figure out how this one box can, maybe become the brain for these complex spaces.
Exactly. And you said it, it's not just a switcher, it's more of a collaboration engine. It's built from the ground up to be a complete BYOD solution for, these really demanding 4K environments.
Ugh.
And just to frame it, we're talking about a list price of $2,343. It comes with a 5-year warranty, and this is important, it's TAA compliant.
Right, which matters for government and certain enterprise jobs. Okay, so let's unpack that core claim, multi-format. A real meeting room has iPhones, Windows laptops, maybe a guest with a Chromecast. How does this thing handle that jungle?
It pretty much covers every base. For wired, you have your standard HDMI, but the real star is the USB-C input. And then wirelessly, it has everything built right in. AirPlay, Miracast, and Chromecast. And if you want something more controlled, they also have their own proprietary wireless dongles. It's genuinely source agnostic.
Let's stick with that USB-C port for a second, because that feels like a huge piece of the whole bring-your-own-meeting puzzle.
It is. It's the seamless experience everyone wants. That single cable gives you DisplayPort video, it gives you USB data, and here's the huge value add. It pushes up to 65 watts of power.
So you can plug in your laptop and it actually charges while you're presenting.
Exactly. You can run a whole 2-hour meeting and not drain your battery. No more fumbling for that power brick under the table.
Now, 65 watts is great for most corporate laptops. But what about, say, a more power-hungry workstation? Is 65W enough to keep it from draining?
For the vast majority of enterprise laptops, yes, it's more than enough to stabilize the system and keep you running. The goal is really to eliminate that desk clutter. And then on the other end, you get dual HDMI outputs, which you can set to mirror each other or manage them separately for, like, a high-end video conference setup.
Got it. So inputs are sorted. Let's talk about what makes this more than just an input selector, the collaboration tools. That integrated multi-view feature really caught my eye.
Yeah, multi-view is essential now. This device can show up to 5 different video signals at the same time, and you can configure the layout however you want.
So a professor could show their presentation, 2 student screens, and a document camera all at once.
That's the exact use case.
But what about clarity? When you squeeze that many sources onto one screen, especially with dense data like a CAD drawing or something, does it get muddy?
And that's where the inbuilt video scaler is critical. It ensures the output is always a perfect 4K, 60 Hz, 4.4.4. What that spec really means is you get perfect color accuracy and sharpness. You're not losing any detail.
And interaction. If we have a big touchscreen display in the room, can I actually touch the screen to control my laptop when I'm presenting wirelessly?
Absolutely. That's the USB touchback feature. So if you're using Miracast or one of the dongles, you can walk up to the big screen and advance your slides or draw on the whiteboard right on the display. It also has screen overlay and annotation features built right in. You can even route a USB camera and mic over the local Wi-Fi.
Okay, last section, and this is for the administrators. Control and integration. I saw it as 2 gigabit LAN ports. Why 2? Is that just for redundancy?
It can be, but it's really about architectural flexibility. It allows for AV network segregation. You can have one port on the main corporate network and use the other for a completely isolated AV control subnet. For security and bandwidth, that's a huge plus.
And once it's in the rack, how do you actually control it?
The control options are exhaustive. You have the on-screen display, which even has a preview function. There's a full web interface. And for the big integrations for your Crestron or AMX systems, you have both RS-232 and full TCP/IP control. It'll slot into any existing AV ecosystem.
So when you put it all together, the WMF72 isn't just a piece of hardware, is it? It's more like a dedicated platform. It solves the user-facing problems with 65W charging and multi-protocol wireless, but it also gives the IT and AV managers that deep, robust control they need.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, looking at the depth of those management options, especially that dual LAN for network segregation, compared to how simple it is for the end user to just plug in, it really raises a critical question for IT strategy.
Which is?
How much are we now prioritizing network security and infrastructure integration over sheer ease of use when we design these spaces? It seems like we're demanding both now, and that balance is something we'll probably be grappling with long after this deep dive is over.